Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. What is going on? My favorite fighter is back March 30th, Saturday night, in an all out event, co main event. Rolando Romero, Rodis Romero. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. Y'all know what time it is, man. Rolando Romero going up against Isaac the Pitbull Cruz in a fight that's gonna be. It's the battle of who is the better loser. You know what I'm saying? This is the battle of who's the better loser. Two guys that have one a common opponent in Javante Tank Davis. Now, I say Rolando Romero will get the job done against Isaac the Pitbull Cruz. Yes, you heard it here first. With newly acquired trainer Ishmael Salas, a great trainer in the sport of boxing. Rolando Romero will have his fundamentals down pat come Saturday night against Isaac the Pitbull Cruz. We know the type of fighter that Isaac Cruz is. We know the type of fighter that Rolando Romero is. We know that Rolando Romero likes a lot of fundamentals. We know that he came into the sport very at an older age. You know, he comes from a jiu-jitsu background, a MMA background, to say the least, right? And we know that he lacks a lot when he gets inside of the ring. But one thing that Rolando Romero does not lack is entertainment, right? The dude is entertaining, got a chihuahua. He said he had to be like a chihuahua because that's who he's going to be fighting. He had to get into the brain of a chihuahua. He had to pick the brain of a chihuahua because Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is a chihuahua. That's what he was insinuating. Look, man, the entertainment factor. I mean, Rolando Romero is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He's basically a bigger online personality than he is more famous for his fighting style. I think a lot of people rag on him and talk bad about him, say that he's this and that he's no good, that he ain't shit, that this and that. Look, man, this is a kid who started boxing late. Obviously, his fundamentals are all there because obviously you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But you can sharpen some of those tools, right? Because he does have the experience. He has the he's already been in combat sports, so you could sharpen him a little bit. And I think Ismail Salas, as a trainer, is a very good trainer for him. I think that he's gonna be working on a lot of footwork and a lot of head movement and a lot of things inside of that ring, like we've seen from other fighters that Ismail Salas has worked with, like Guillermo Rigondeaux and Yordani Zugas. The Cuban style of boxing, right? So I think that with Ismail Salas, Rolando Romero has a better shot at beating Isaac the Pitbull Cruz because we know that Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is the type of fighter that's gonna come forward, his high guard, and he's just gonna bite down on his mouthpiece and he's gonna come in and he's gonna wanna ruin your night. And this is the battle of the losers, what I'm calling this. The you know, who's the better loser? This is gonna be that type of battle. You know what I'm saying? Because they both have that one fighter in common that they both lost to, and that's Javante Tank Davis. Now, one got knocked out, the other guy went out the ring, and Javante Tank Davis said, I don't want no parts of this dude anymore. We don't want no more short fighters, whatever. He, this is the fighter that he said that Ismail Isaac Pitbull Cruz is the fighter that he said that against, right? So, what is a Rolando Romero gonna have to do come Saturday night to be victorious against a guy like Isaac the Pitbull Cruz? In my opinion, which is not a which is not the whatever a trainer, like Ismail Salah's game plan might be, But in my opinion, I feel like he has to bully Isaac the Pitbull Cruz and try not to hang on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught on no ropes. Don't get caught with any of that. You gotta keep your feet moving. You gotta keep moving laterally, and you can't get caught when he swings out. You know what I'm saying? Because Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is that type of fighter where he's gonna swing his arms. He comes down in that peekaboo stance, and he's coming forward, and all of a sudden he has the loopy right hand that comes over top and could catch you and potentially end your night because he's also a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? He's not a soft dude at all. This is the type of dude that's gonna hound you, and hound you, pressure you, and pressure you. The problem with Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is that his head is literally like a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem that I see with Rolando Romero. His head is literally like a fucking pit bull, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's huge, but it's the strongest ever. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. You know what I mean? But you know how you go and pet a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? And they got that strong ass head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that is a true pit bull. Hooked on boxing, salute, salute. No Diddy. You know it. You know it, man. No Diddy. But Isaac Pitbull Cruz has a better shot at beating Rolando Romero because he has a lot of things that he could take advantage of against Rolando Romero. He could have a better game plan and a better way to beat Rolando Romero. There are plenty of ways you could beat Rolando Romero. You know what I'm saying? The pressure that he's gonna bring, we know that he's gonna bring that come Saturday night. Is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Is Rolando Romero gonna get caught? When he fought Javante Tank Davis, I thought he was doing a pretty good job at keeping Javante Tank Davis, keeping him at bay. You know what I'm saying? He was disciplined up until he got knocked out. You know what I mean? And that's because he got confident. And obviously when you get confident, when you get overly confident, he was already confident in the ring, but still cautious. But when you're not cautious anymore because you feel like you could take that punch, is when he hits you with something that you can't take anymore. You know what I mean? Because those are the type of dudes that are going to be dangerous up until that 12th round. So Rolando Romero, in order for him to be able to be victorious against Isaac the Pitbull Cruz, he can't get caught on the ropes. We've seen that before, like when he's fought like Anthony Yiggin and stuff like that. He's gotten caught on the ropes. You know what I mean? And we've seen it him just coming forward carelessly. Whereas with Isaac the Pitbull Cruz, I don't feel like he'll be careless and coming. I mean, I don't feel like he's gonna be pushing Isaac the Pitbull Cruz back. I don't feel like he's gonna be doing that at all that whole entire night. It's gonna be very hard for him to do unless he gets the respect with his power and just shows out in that first round. And Isaac the Pitbull Cruz has no option but to respect his power, because one thing we know about Rolando Romero is he does have power, and he's the stronger fighter in my opinion. He's the taller fighter. He's gonna have more leverage on this on Isaac Cruz. Now he's gonna have to weigh in a lot. You know, a lot of people want to see Rolando Romero. To be honest, it's gonna be a very tough battle for him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a very tough battle for him. Is he mentally capable of doing it? To be honest, the face-off tells it all. I mean, he's ready for this fight, and I think that he understands that. He's the champion, he's the WBA champion, and I think that he understands that he wants to keep that belt. And Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is a very tough opponent, in my opinion, for Rolando Romero. Because if you're not fundamentally there against the Isaac Cruz, your night could be ended very, very, very quick, just like that. You know what I'm saying? And he could become the champion. Isaac Cruz, in my opinion, isn't the greatest fighter that we've seen. You know what I mean? but he's a dangerous fighter. And up into the 12th round, he's very dangerous because he's not afraid to come forward and he knows he has a very good chin. So this is a guy that's going to be very confident come fight night. My only problem with Rolando Romero is how confident is he gonna be come fight night? You know what I mean? Is he gonna be jittery, nervous? What's that atmosphere gonna be look like? You know what I'm saying? But my money, in all honesty, is going to Rolando Romero. I think that he could be the dark horse of the night. This could potentially be the one that messes up the parlay in a lot of people's uh, betting. You know, this is the type of fight that is going to be very 50-50 in my opinion. Now, obviously, they could go and in the first few seconds, somebody can get knocked out. And it happens. It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you could go in and you think it's 50-50 and you get a Terence Crawford Earl Spence. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? So this, in my opinion, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. You can call it how you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I feel like Rolando Romero could get the job done, especially with his newly acquired trainer. They've been training since what, January, February, whenever, of this year. So they've been together, and they've been training. And I feel like Ismail Salas could bring a lot to his game, you know, because Bullet, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That was like a trainer. That's not a world class trainer. You know what I'm saying? He's a good trainer, but not a world class trainer, right? He's not gonna elevate your game. And I feel like with Ismail Salas, he's gonna elevate Rolando Romero's game. You know what I'm saying? And he might lose this fight, but best believe I feel like he could get better if it doesn't get to his head, of course, right? Because fighters, once they lose, things start getting to their head. Social media. I mean, we've seen Rolando Romero. He's one of the guys that people target on social media because he also puts out a lot. So um he's targeted on social media, and a lot of people, they want to clown on him and do this and do that. But it's a part of the entertainment, and I think that a lot of people take things too serious, whereas he's more of a, i'm I'm just fucking around, I'm just gonna say whatever, and if it stick, it stick. If it go viral, it go viral. It don't really matter. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get, even if you hate me or you love me, you still gonna watch me. You know what I'm saying? And you still gonna talk about me. And that's kind of how where he's at. If he was just, if he just put his head down, nobody would really fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's just kind of how it goes. Rolly is selling the fight single handedly. Yeah, I mean, but now that main event just got juicier. You know what I'm saying? That main event just got juicier. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Rolando Romero's gonna sell the event. You know what I'm saying? He's an entertaining guy. And a lot of people follow him for his entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he says, I don't take 100%, and I'm 100% serious about what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like WWE. You going bullshit around. You just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? As long as these motherfuckers is talking about it, fuck it. You know what I mean? But he is one of the people that get targeted a lot on social media. You know what I'm saying? So if he doesn't allow that to get to his head, then I think that Rolando Romero is going to get better with time. Might this be the fight that he gets better with? This is going to be his first fight with Ismail Salas. you know, this could potentially, he could take a L here. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. I could see it. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But I could definitely see it. I could see I could see him taking the L. But I could see things that he could do inside of the ring that could benefit him, and he could potentially, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He could potentially win this fight though. And if I'm putting my money up, because I will be betting on these fights because I feel like they're very interesting, especially the co-main event and main event. I think that it got more intriguing with Sebastian Fundora stepping in, against Tim Tszyu. But I feel like it's still gonna be I still feel like it's gonna be a knockout. You know what I'm saying? I think like it's still gonna be a KO, man. I think that Sebastian Fundora is a very good fighter, but Tim Tszyu is a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? And if he starts chomping up the tree, you know, no Diddy, you know what I'm saying? But, it's gonna be Timber again. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be very interesting, man. Because Sebastian Fundora is one of those guys that, he's a very good fighter, but he gets into wars that he shouldn't really be getting into at times. But back to this co-main event, I like it. I like it for Rolando Romero. I mean, I think that Isaac the Pitbull Cruz is a good fighter, not a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a 50-50 fight. And I think that is Isaac Cruz, he's been on that cusp, man. He's been on that cusp, and I mean, he's getting his shot at that belt. You know what I'm saying? So he's been there, and in-house fighting. I mean, I like it. I like it. I like that fight. I want to see that fight. I can't wait to Saturday night because I feel like this is gonna be the one that break that parlay. You know what I mean? And I think that Rolando Romero gets the job done on money line. I'm not putting him to get no knockout, no nothing, because we know that Isaac Cruz hasn't even shown that he could even be potentially knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, as the underdog, I'm taking that underdog money and I'm rolling with it, man. I'm rolling 100% with Rolando Romero, and I think that he's gonna be able to get the job done. I think that if he just stays away from the ropes and he moves laterally, and he can keep this dude at bay with his power, and keep him thinking, then I think he could be very dangerous. It could get very dangerous. But if you're allowing this dude to take those big shots, get those big shots in, it's gonna be very telling, and he's gonna get knocked out. And I think if Isaac Cruz wins this fight, it's gonna be by knockout. Unfortunately, right? Because come on now. You know what I'm saying? I could see Isaac Cruz going in there, coming in like a fucking pit bull, moving like Mike Tyson, side to side, and then coming over top, boom, and ending your night. It's very simple to see that. Very easy to see that. Because it can happen. Another thing is Rolando Romero, does he have the endurance? You know what I'm saying? The stamina to keep up with a guy that's gonna be hounding at you. So these are the things that I question before I go put my money on this dude. But I think that I'm more confident on Ismail Salas's work, and the way that he does things, in the fighters that he's brought up. I think I have more confidence in his style of training. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like Rolando Romero could possibly elevate himself a little bit more and get up for this fight as a champion. I think that he could potentially win this fight, man. How do you feel about Rolly saying that Pitbull Cruz not a real Mexican and he looked Marlin? Pitbull Cruz is a real Mexican, bro. That dude right there, man. That's what you yeah, dude is like that. How do you feel about Rolly Romero saying that Pitbull Cruz not a real Mexican, that he looks like he looks Guatemalan? Dog, he's just talking shit, bro. But I get it, because the stereotype for Guatemalans is like they're 5'5", you know what I'm saying? So it's basically that's what he's trying to say, bro. It's like the stereotype, you know what I'm saying? The Guatemalans are 5'5" and shit like that. That's what he's trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, yeah, I mean, Mexicans and Guatemalans, you know what I'm saying? That, the if you go like towards the south, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which part of Mexico Isaac Cruz is, so I'm not gonna get on here lying and nothing. But if you're from the Yucatan Valley, You know what I'm saying? Yucatan Valley and like Guatemala, you know what I mean? They all have Mayan ancestry. So, I mean, this is just the country dividing them. But back in the day, bro, you know what I'm saying? We talking about that was all a tribe, you know what I mean? So they all come from the same ancestors, it's just a border dividing them from who they are, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when he's talking about that, he's more Guatemalan. I feel like it's because he's talking about his height. You know what I'm saying? Because more Guatemalans are on the shorter side than Mexicans, at least, right? Mexicans have taller, for the most part, taller genetics than 5'5". You know what I mean? From what I've seen, right? From what I've seen, Isaac Cruz is probably taller than you, Sergio Torres. Sergio Torres. Yo, Sergeant, what is going on, bro? What's good, man? How you been, my brother? Oh shit, Isaac Cruz is 5'4", while Hooked on Boxing is 5'1". Oh shit. Yeah, man, but I think that's what he was talking about. If I mean, for saying that, but that's just a clown on him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't. I mean, that's not really no shots. You know what I mean? That's just a clown on the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to take serious about it. You know what I mean? He's just a smaller dude, and the stereotypes for Guatemalans is that they're typically shorter than basically like most Latin American countries. You know what I mean? They're basically shorter society. He said, Rolly never said he looked Guatemalan. Salute, salute. It's cause Sergio is Guatemalan, so he wanted to know why his people, why he's talking about his people like that, man. That's fucked up, man. But nah, man. But this is gonna be a very good fight, man. I mean, I I'm gonna be eyes glued to this fight. I feel like it's gonna be the dark horse of the night, man. Rolando Romero is gonna get the job done. I haven't checked on the odds and nothing like that, but I got Rolando Romero beating Isaac the Pitbull Cruz, and I'm not mad at it if if Isaac Cruz wins. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, in my opinion, I feel like it's such a 50-50 fight. You know what I mean? Even if you guess wrong. Even if you guess wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's 50-50, bro. You know what I mean? Unless he goes in and gets washed. You know what I'm saying? Just gets washed like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, then you gotta come back on here and be like, damn, I ain't see it going like that. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Because we got a title on the line. And I hope that Rolando Romero has the endurance and the stamina to keep up with this pressure that's about to come down on Saturday night. Because that's what Isaac Cruz brings. He brings that pressure. He brings those feints. You know, he's going to keep you guessing. You know, you don't know where that shot is going to come from. This dude is strong. There's so much upside for Isaac Cruz, and I'm sure he's gonna be the heavy favorite on fight night. I think that he's gonna be the clear favorite on fight night. But I like to break those odds, man, because I just feel like with this newly acquired trainer, I feel like Rolando Romero had to sharpen something. And I think that he's taught him, he has to have been teaching him something. And I'm sure with all of the guys like Robesi Ramirez, uh, your Dennis Ugas around and stuff like that, that he's actually learning something, and I don't feel like he's gonna go. I mean, he might have to resort back to his old ways at times throughout the fight, but if he can stay disciplined and listen to his trainer, he could win that fight. This is a tough dude. Ismail Salas is not, this is not his first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? He's seen these types of fighters before. He's seen these type of fighters before. So it's not like he ain't seen this, and he knows. I think that most people know the key to victory. Stay off the ropes, stay off the ropes. And you gotta oppose your power as soon as you get in there, dog. Don't let this dude get off. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this dude try to bully you to pushing you back. You know, and you gotta keep your jab out. You gotta keep your jab out, because there's no way. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. This is the type of dude that's feigning coming in and throwing that overhand. So I mean I just don't. Broly beating Cruz for multiple reasons. Hey man, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, you wild as hell, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be. I mean, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And I think that I'm taking that plus money, man. I got Rolando Romero beating Isaac Cruz, beating Isaac Cruz. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Let's up this channel. We trying to be this the home of boxing, man. We gotta keep it going, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we gonna get that fucking money, man. Cause I'm telling you, these are gonna be the perfect odds to make some money. And I think as the champion, I want to see where these odds land. Once I get off of here, I'm going to check those odds, and hopefully there's some sports book that has the odds up for this fight. If Rolando Romero is the favorite in this fight, I'm taking Isaac Cruz on knockout, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. If Rolando Romero, because he is the champion, so Vegas could be looking at that, right? And if he's not the favorite, I'm taking Rolando Romero, the champion. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a win-win situation for bettors. I don't think you could really lose on this, unless you pick the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be interesting to see what the odds are looking like, because of the fact that the champion gonna be the underdog, or is the challenger gonna be the favorite, like, or the underdog? I don't know. This a throw it up in the air type of fight. You know what I'm saying? Pick it out of a hat type of fight. This that type of fight. This that type of field. Underdog getting money put on them. You know, the underdog is getting the money put on them. But in my opinion, I feel like Rolando Romero gets the job done. Like, comment, shit, subscribe. We out. Peace.